Let me show you how you can make your morning routine faster. So that way you can do it every day, but also so it doesn't take too much time out of your mornings. So I'm going to give you the 11-step morning routine, and you can change it if you want. And then we're going to see how we can do these habits faster. So this is my 11-step morning routine. Make bed, then use the bathroom, weigh yourself, drink 16 ounces of water, floss for 2 minutes, brush teeth for 2 minutes, quick intense movement or stretching for 2 minutes, read out loud all your long-term goals 3 times, read 10 pages of a classic, read today's goals 2 times, and 15 minutes meditation. So that's a habit list we're going to use for this video. Now let's see how we can actually make these habits faster and better. So the first thing that we need to do to speed this morning routine up is we need to know an estimate of how long this full morning routine takes. So on the blank piece of paper, I wrote morning routine estimated time. And now let me give you estimates of how long these habits usually take. It could take more time or it could take less time, but these are just estimates. So for your morning routine, write estimated times it would take you for each habit. Just give it a middle estimate. It doesn't need to be 100% accurate. So let's say make bed. Let's say that can take, let's say 7 minutes or 5 minutes. Number two, use the bathroom. Let's say that takes 10 minutes. Again, these are just estimates. Number three, weigh yourself. Let's say you have the scale in the bathroom. Maybe that takes 1 minute. Number four, drink 16 ounces of water. Let's say that takes 3 minutes. Number five, floss. 5 and 6, which is flossing, brushing. Let's say that maybe you have to get some water, maybe you have to rinse your mouth off, maybe clean. Let's say that takes 12 minutes. Number 7, I could definitely speed that up. Flossing, brushing. Number 7, quick intense movement or stretching, 2 minutes. Number 8, read out loud your long-term goals. Let's say 3 minutes. It depends on how many goals you want to read out loud. Number 9, read 10 pages of a classic. Let's say 15 minutes. Number 10, read today's goals 2 times. Let's say 2 minutes. And then 11, 15 minutes meditation. So now we have estimates of how long each habit should take. So now let's go on to the next step. Now that we have all our estimates, let's add this all up. So 7 plus 10 plus 1 plus 3 plus 12 plus 2 plus 3 plus 15 plus 2 plus 15. So that's about 70 minutes. So what this does is this gives you awareness. And then what you could also do if you want to be even more accurate is actually time yourself for, let's say, 1 week, how long each of these habits take. So that way you can find a more accurate estimate of how long this takes. But for my morning routine plan, this max time, let's say, takes 70 minutes. So 70 minutes to do a morning routine is a long time. So now let's find ways so that we can do this faster. Let me show you how you can give yourself time pressure to do your morning routine faster with a physical timer. So what you want to do is you want to put this physical timer right next to your bed before you go to sleep, and then you want to give yourself a max time in the morning. So let's say the full morning routine, we said 70 minutes. So let's set a 70-minute timer. So this is going to be your max time. So it's set for 70 minutes, and then right when you wake up, you set the timer, and then you get out of bed, and then you start fixing your bed, your first morning routine habit. And then you'll keep this timer going until you finish your full morning routine. And then let's say the timer runs out, that would be okay, because sometimes your morning routine could take longer. Like maybe some mornings you have extra habits you need to do. Maybe some of your habits take longer some days, like let's say the bathroom. but most days you want to go below this max time. So that way the timer gives you time pressure to do your habits faster in the morning. But don't be too much in a rush, and make sure you do the habits good also. So you want to be in a rush, but you also want high quality. That's the balance you need for all your habits. So now that you have time pressure for your morning routine, the next thing that we can do to speed this up is we can combine habits. So some habits I think you can combine is your morning stretches. You can read out loud your goals while doing those stretches. So I'm going to start off by showing you how you can set some simple goals. You can read out loud a lot of goals every day or some goals. But if we want to speed this up and we want to keep this as effective as we can, you want to write just some goals. So I'm going to give you 3 goal examples. So the first goal is, let's say, gain 25 pounds in X days. So let's say that's one of my goals. Let's say another goal is make 10,000 a month in X days. That's another goal. And let's say the third goal for me is get 1K subs by X time. So you can start off by using those outlines. So you can have a money goal, a fitness goal, if you have a personal brand or business, a social media goal. And then for your goals, you want to have it specific. So like this, gain 25 pounds, a specific number, and then also have a time frame. So in 1,000 days, in 500 days, in 100 days. So a specific goal and the time when you want to reach that goal. So you can start off by reading 3 habits. So you do this. So this is how it will work. So you would have your goals on a post-it note or a paper, and then you put it on your desk. And then what you want to do is you get a physical timer so there's no distractions. You set a 2-minute timer. And then while you're doing your morning stretches and movements, you want to read out loud your goals. So like gain 25 pounds in this time, 10,000 a month by this time, get 1K subs by this time, and you want to keep going until the timer is done. So that way you can do 2 things at once. You're reading your goals, getting that motivation, and you're also doing your morning stretches. Then when you wake up, you want faster access to your morning routine items. So if you have the items that you need for your habits right next to you, it's a lot easier to get started because you're removing that friction. So you can start off by putting your morning clothes across your bed. You can put a cup across your bed so that way when you wake up, you grab your cup and you can get some water to drink. But you can put your morning routine book next to your bed if you write notes for your book. And also for that time pressure, if you don't want digital distractions in the morning, you can put a physical timer across your bed also. So to speed up your morning routine, put these items across your bed. Let me show you how you can speed up your reading habit. So instead of reading the full 10 pages, what you could do is you read until you find one idea to apply today. So you'll be reading, and once you find one idea, you write it down, and then you stop reading. Now, some days you might have to read the full 10 pages because you might not find something to apply or a new idea. But some days you might have the idea in the first 1, 2, 3 pages. So overall, this helps speed up your reading, and it also gives you more ideas to improve your life. So with books, don't just read books, use books. Books are another tool for success. Don't use it to just waste time. Now let's speed up meditation. So before I told you you can meditate for 15 minutes a day. But if you want to speed this up, meditate for 5 minutes a day, or 2 minutes a day, or 1 minute a day. The idea is consistency. You can do the 15 minutes or the full amount, but it's better to be consistent with habits. So for meditation, you can start off with 5 minutes and you would save 10 minutes. So keep showing up every day and keep improving every day. So for your habits, know how much you should do every day and how often you should do it every day. But meditation is one of those habits where you can do less time, like 5 minutes, and still get a lot of improvement from it.